It's that time.
What time?
It's the time for Tim and Mike show.
Yay.
We should have our own radio show.
Yes.
That would be pretty
I
good.
got a face for radio, that's for sure.
Well, you guys, I'm back. It's been 2 weeks since I've been in a team meeting with you. I'm so happy to be, and all these shining faces.
And all of you in the internet world, hi.
Everybody say, hi, everyone.
Hi, everyone.
All right.
There's so much enthusiasm.
Oh, we need to zoom in on us. We're little. Go ahead.
I like being little.
It's April 19th. It's my wife's birthday.
Oh, pass the buckets time.
Oh, please.
Get out your business cards.
Get out your business cards.
You mean your wife has a birthday already?
Wow.
That's crazy. Happy birthday.
And Benjamin thinks you're in your little pocket over here.
Are you serious?
Vendors are in here.
Like, I don't even know if I have one with me.
Good morning, Sam. Bye. Good morning.
I do have a little insight on those.
Right, good. Passing the bucket in church.
Anybody else?
So you know what I did?
Hobby Lobby. Yeah.
Are they actually made by Solo?
I doubt it.
I doubt it.
They're made by the Spring Shop.
Thanks. There you go.
And you know on normal solo cups that the lines are different things, like that's a shot.
Yeah.
Next one up is the thing of wine.
Right.
I do not recommend doing a shot on one
No.
of these.
That's called trip to the hospital. All right, and I love that Mike added the do not call list slide. Remember, you guys, don't call people that don't want to be called. That's a good mode of thought.
Two quick reminders. Number one, if the green circles are on, you can be heard out in the internet world.
Yes.
And number two, we have a special guest hopping on around 9:45, so we may jump gears and
That's
come
right.
back.
That's
Just be aware, we know it's happening.
Is anybody in here on the do not call list? Okay, and yes, you can go on and you can actually put yourself on that list to be not called by solicitation.
That's right.
But let's go to our mission moment
Okay.
real quick.
This one's a cool one.
Okay, so everybody knows what this is?
This is the Stethos Award, named in honor of Ron Stethos. So this gets passed each week to the new winner of the Culture Award by last week's winner. So
And
last
so you
week's
hold on
winner-
to this for a week, and then you get this guy to stay with you forever. So that's
That's
kind of
right.
fun. And so last week's winner was Tim Wooten.
Yay.
And he nominated. Oh, you can't read it.
I know.
Savannah.
Savannah Slater.
And- oh, I don't know how to do that. I don't know why it's not. Oh, we'll go back.
I'll read what Tim said. I would like to nominate Savannah Slater to receive the Stethos Award. March 21st was a life-changing day in the lives of Savannah and Caleb Slater. Their 2-year-old son, Riker, inhaled a small rock which became lodged in his bronchial tube. He was rushed to Children's Hospital in St. Louis where he underwent surgery for the removal of the rock. His heart stopped twice, 12 minutes total without oxygen to his brain. Finally, after weeks of intense medical treatment and lots of prayer, Riker is doing great and rehab will continue. The family will be coming home soon. For me, the Stethos Award is a huge salute to Savannah for obviously putting family first. Even though this is a small token for such a life-altering event, the spirit embodied behind this award symbolizes not only the courage of the Slaters, but also the unity in which the KW family displays in times of need. So I thought that was a really cool one. We are not just about business, we're about lives and being a family and all those things, and I thought this was a perfect way. So Tim, that's great. Congratulations, Savannah. And we're also glad that Riker's doing well.
Yes, that's powerful. I remember seeing that online. And, you know, the culture and these mission moments are so important. And we have our KW military. This is Levi Rogers, who was really a part of the family reunion in Florida. And boy, culture and his team as the #1 team in all of, I think it was Remax when he joined us. And that culture is a big part of us.
So KW military is a big part, and you can add that designation to your info. So there's a video on the next slide that shows you how to do that.
We're gonna play that real quick. Do we have
Yep.
time?
Yep,
Okay.
we're good.
Here we go. So. Your profile, you go to settings. Next settings, marketing profile, affiliation, veteran, military, army, add, Alabama. You know, that was pretty simple.
Yeah.
And
So number one, we're thankful for those of you that have served in the military. And there are people in Keller Williams that search specifically military related people as they're doing referrals. So that will help you so much to get that on there. And we're glad it's a division we've got too.
so here is April. We are right there where the arrow is pointing. And we have been going through 36-12-3. Who's been going through 36-12-3? All right, a bunch of you in here. Fantastic. If you're online, you can raise your little digital hand. And we're going to be finishing up at the end of the month, right? So that's the last one is with Dan Holt, I believe. Is that correct?
I think
With
so.
the- With the sellers?
Yeah.
So yeah, the last one of actually 36-12-3 is Wednesday. And then Dan does the win with sellers after that.
There's one other thing I got an arrow pointing to. At family reunion, there was a guy named Sean Acorn. He did a thing called the Happiness Advantage, and it was absolutely incredible. So we're rewatching it in here this Thursday at noon. So if you want to bring lunch, come on in. But it's about an hour and a half long. It is life-changing.
Yeah, and if you weren't a part of the book club that meets in the mornings on team meeting mornings at 8:15 upstairs, we read the Happiness Advantage together. But if you didn't read the book and you want to see what we saw at Family Reunion, that's your day to do it. We're going to play it in here.
Absolutely.
I don't know how long that will actually be available for us.
Well, I'm going to try and record it.
Oh, shh, quiet.
Yeah, that way it's always there.
Okay, okay. And, you're clicking?
I'm clicking this one. I'm trying to get chat up so we don't miss anything.
Oh yeah, so these are the next ones of the lead generation 36-12-3. These are who are going to be teaching it. And I'm excited. You definitely don't want to miss these. If you're going through it, stay strong. I know it's hard. It's like Ignite. It's like, y'all, if you actually do that stuff, you start getting really busy really quick.
Yep.
All right, perfect. And, Mega Agent Camp.
Oh, that's right. So, sorry.
Are you gonna die? So Mega Agent Camp, August 23rd, 24th.
Keep going, keep going.
Early bird tickets are on sale now. I actually didn't know they were on sale now, Mike. But
Are they already?
he's gonna die before he gets there, so. And when it comes to Mega Camp, I love the way Gary says it.
There's nothing to drink over there.
Oh, gosh, what are you going to do?
I'm joking.
No, that looks horrendous. Don't do this at home. This is called kill your children.
Definitely.
Dishwasher. Look, it coated my throat. I'm so much better.
Oh my gosh. I just never know what to expect, you guys. Just pray for me, if you will.
You want
That would be
some?
really helpful.
It's really good.
It smells so strong.
Does it?
Yeah.
I wonder if it make bubbles.
Well, when you drink Diet Mountain Dew every morning for instead of coffee, this is what happens.
Oh, that's good stuff.
So just take
Okay.
that life lesson really quick. And what is that? Is there a life lesson here?
Yes, hydration is important.
Oh my gosh.
I
Did
just
you
have to-
prepare that?
Yes.
Does this have anything to actually do with like?
Not at all. I just.
I'm like waiting to see how this is
No,
gonna
I just
tie
queued a
in.
couple.
Usually there's some kind of a tie-in.
No, I just told people to be ready to video when the Mega Camp thing came up. 'cause
Oh,
Your
God.
face was gorgeous for
I
that.
was like, what? Oh.
It's Powerade.
What
if you grab the wrong
But
one?
there has to be a soap
You
taste.
better go. Somebody's gonna use that, or might have tried to use it to clean their dishes.
Maybe. Might work. Okay, so Mega Camp, you want to go to it. It's awesome.
I'm gonna drink some of my coffee now. Feel normal for a second. Honestly, Gary says it this way, mega camp is not average camp. And if you don't want to be average, go to mega camp. How about that? Huh?
Go ahead and mark your calendars. Mega Leadership Camp, which we just came back from, sold out. This one will, and it's mainly focused on growing your team to the next level, and it's going to be fun.
What date is that on? Is that a previous day or is that this? Okay.
Which one?
The one we just
I know a
had.
lot of times they have things before that are invite that aren't on there.
This is
So-
all we've been given so far.
Yeah, so they had, this mega leadership camp that we just went to is the first of its kind. Because a lot of times we were going to something like mega camp, going the day before, staying the day after as leadership. And that really kind of, makes it a little bit less possible for us to be all in for our agents that go. And so they're kind of separating that now, which I'm actually really excited about. So
Yep.
that's good.
I have a question.
Yes.
What is the difference between mega camp and family
It's a
reunion?
great question you asked. Like I was mentioning earlier, family reunion is for anybody that wants to grow, is for normal people that want to grow, that normal agents that are wanting to, have a specific desired channel they want to learn about. Mega camp is for like mega agents that are, I shouldn't say it's for anybody who wants to become a mega agent, wants to grow a team, wants to build leverage, wants to have have a team that supports them or be able to take their business to a whole nother level.
And they've changed it since COVID, so they're going to be seeing more info on us on what the specific focus is going to be on.
But I mean, I have my entire team go there for mega camp as well.
There's the link right there. Nicole's
Perfect.
on it.
Nicole is on it as
Yes.
usual. We have vendors that work with our awesome
We
company.
do.
And
So
we've got great ones in here right
we
now.
do. So let's go through a couple of them. Jonathan Rodhouse, where are you?
Oh.
Hop up, say something real quick about yourself.
He was at Book Club this morning.
I'm Jonathan Rodhouse with 417 Riki. We change locks for homes and businesses. We have blue box access, so you don't even have to leave your office.
Wow,
Great job,
I
Mike.
like it. That was
roomy.
Bam, that was fast.
From bucket.
William Jones, Handy's Home Inspection.
And he's wearing his red.
Yeah. The red.
All right, home inspections.
Yep, that's what I do.
Anywhere in southern Missouri or here just in Springfield?
Just a, 50-mile radius or so.
50-mile radius.
Very
Love
cool. Jess Bowman.
Guys, Jess Bowman Insurance Group. We're your local independent insurance agency, and we're just here to be a part of your team and make you guys look good. And once you refer your clients to us, you don't have to worry about it. We'll take care of them.
Fantastic.
Michael Rodhouse, you don't get to talk. Jonathan already did. Unless you have anything to say.
We work realtor hours.
Hey,
Hey, it still works.
I love that he didn't say realtor.
Right?
That was great.
Amy Hunsaker Williams.
Amy Hunsaker Williams, the collective home staging for all your home staging needs, vacant or occupied.
Cam Herrera.
Cam with Goosehead Insurance, a local independent home and auto insurance broker. You can get home and auto quotes in 2 minutes at Goosehead Cam.
Awesome.
And who do we have online? Any?
Anybody online that wants to jump on real quick?
Let's jump to USA. Also, one reason we love our vendors coming in, they hang around after team meeting and talk with you and help you out on stuff. So,
I have to sit down this week.
you do?
Yeah, I was too good for everybody else last week, according to Chelsea. I stood up.
Okay.
So now I have to sit down by Chelsea to let her know that I'm just like her.
There we go.
Oh, get out, get out, get out
Okay,
of the
Chelsea,
chair.
am I
Come up
okay,
here.
Chelsea?
I knew I was not gonna get out of that. Something was gonna
I
happen.
guess our vendors are now punking each other. This is
That's
good.
right.
This is good.
I deserve it. I deserve it.
All right, so tell me something great. I like your shirt. Thank you. It's a nice shirt.
I work for you.
Okay, thanks. Is that your tagline?
I work for you.
Yeah,
Everything I do for
I
you.
don't know. It sounds like a tagline.
Everything I do for you. It's an
There we
80s
go.
song.
Yeah, I know.
Yes, it is.
If you guys haven't heard yet, it was on social media yesterday quite a bit. July 1st, I think the government's actually going to be helping us out. They're going to quit. Well, we've paid them all taxes already. So
That's right.
we're gonna
They're
get-
drink.
There you go, drink.
Oh, God.
They are going to quit reporting medical collections under $500 on credit reports. So from what I've read and kind of understood, that's going to affect about 20% of everybody in the United States. So if you have any past clients and you might keep a well enough, good enough record where you wrote something down, couldn't do it because of medical collections, go back to those clients because July 1st, they're going to quit reporting. It's obviously going to take probably a month or two for that to catch on. So I'd say August, maybe even September before we actually start seeing it on credit reports. But anything under $500 and plus anything that is over $500, they're gonna start waiting a year before they report it to give people an opportunity
Cool.
to go ahead and pay off their bills instead of just doing it like in 60 to 90 days, like what's happening right now.
So do you think that could be at all possible because rates are going to go like this, that they're now going to be letting people's credit get better?
No, I think the opposite.
Okay.
We're really predicting that rates kind of drop towards the end of the year. There's a lot of curves that we look at on the bond market and what we're, inflation, bond market, everything kind of puts together, and it constantly goes like this. So what they typically do is they're going to raise rates to kind of calm down inflation. And then eventually we're going to see them kind of start dropping again once they get that lined out. It's kind of still up in the air. You know, we can't predict the future as far as what inflation is going to do, but they think right now they're trying to calm it down, tame it down. And then once they get that, which they believe is at the end of the year, they'll start reducing rates again a little bit.
I disagree, but okay.
Okay, whatever. $20?
Yeah, I'll put
Revisit in December?
$20. It's good.
So if your business is like a wild thing,
Oh, gosh.
Oh,
and it's
no.
coming from down under, you need help from Onward.
And breathe with me, everyone.
I'm gonna stand, is that okay? I'm gonna be
It's so
special
bad.
today.
It's so bad.
I'll be sad that the day that those stop.
They won't. They never do. Okay.
Chelsea with Onward Agent Services. You should have gotten an email from us this morning. If you did not, come see me. But we are now offering a social media graphics add-on to all of our contracts, and we will send out an email maybe this week. We'll see if I get it done. We're now offering social media management as a whole as well. So if
Wow.
you need help, come see me. I'm up in the main office.
Wow. So is that like, you know, a Hootsuite account where you're able to post on multiple sites, or how does that work?
Well, Facebook is just awesome now, and you
It's
can
true.
post on multiple
Through command.
platforms through command, through Facebook, all of it. So
Okay,
they've made it pretty easy. So
it is. Love it.
yeah,
Okay, you need to draw or pick a winner for us. And I don't know who won last week, so if somebody comes up that won, we'll have to get rid of them.
Okay.
Who is winner? Jonathan Rodhouse.
Got it.
Have you won this month?
Hey. Good day, Doc.
You have not won this month. For breakfast, you get Andes.
Take that.
That's the
Yay.
Mike Brown Breakfast of Champions.
You know, Tim, I have a confession.
Uh-oh.
This is terrible. I gotta show you.
Yes.
This is my list of the top 180 songs. I don't know them from memory. I've been using different ones each week.
Is that how you were doing
quiz
it?
me.
I'm like, dang.
Yeah, so every time that was coming up, they're all right.
Well, you are entering in. I think the power of your mullet
That's right.
is coming forward.
The power of the
power
mullet.
the power of the mullet. We also have HSA. You added a slide there.
Yep, they just wanted a reminder that it's time to get your HVAC checked. I think they have a free, well, not a free, but a $75 service call, and they'll come check ACs.
That's
So,
right. It says $75 per unit.
It says it right there.
There you go. And broker moment. Oh, do we want to pivot real quick?
Nicole, do we have our guest yet?
Not
Okay,
yet,
we'll keep
okay.
going.
So we're gonna have Dana from Dogwood Ranch soon.
Hopefully soon,
There
yeah.
we go.
Until
Broker
then,
moment.
come on up.
Come on up.
I'll be good here. So a couple things, Mike's going to explain an email that came to you from the board yesterday. Everybody see it?
I think it went just to brokers, and so we're gonna send it out.
So I sent it to Nicole for distribution and to the rest of the staff so that they can look at it. Don and I both agree, we read it, we don't understand it. I don't have a clue to what it said, to be honest with you, but Mike's going to try to explain it. But there is another thing, we've talked about advertising other people's properties, other brokerages' properties. And I told you a while back, you now have to have the other broker's permission, okay? Well, we got somebody jammed up yesterday by the board because they have a website, a vendor that they use that just pulls properties and puts them out there and puts their name on them. They can't do that anymore either. So, I guess they just don't want us to sell their properties, or advertise their properties free for them or anything like that. But you can get fined for that. If you've got a vendor, like I get, it's Home Staff or something pops up in my email all the time with photos of houses that are similar to this one or something like that. But if you post that out into the public, then they can fine you. Now, obviously, what'll have to happen for you to get fined is some agent in a different company will send a notice to the board along with a snapshot, and then the board will send you a note and say, you're doing this in violation of the rules of some old blah, blah, blah.
What's gonna be the workaround on that? Like, I mean, can
We
we,
have to go to your vendor and say you can't do this anymore.
well, but if somebody wanted to share a home that was listed with Murney, or say someone wants to share one we've got listed, I mean, can the broker just put out kind of a blanket form to fill out, to send out to other brokerages, say, hey, you can list, you know, unless we have a problem, you can list or show our
Me as
stuff
an
too.
individual agent, I'd call the agent. I just call the agent directly and say, hey, look, can I stick this out there? I mean, I think it's a fabulous home and, you know, I'd like to help you sell it and.
You said the broker has to okay it.
Yeah, yeah,
not the
yeah. So
agent.
if you
No, I
got,
think the agent, if you got fined and the agent had given you permission, then I think you'd be okay. I think you could get around that. As a brokerage, I mean, some of you don't agree with this. I mean, I think you should be jumping up and down to have other people advertise your property.
yes,
You know,
absolutely.
It's kind of a blanket deal statement for me at the brokerage meeting. Mike, I don't know if you were there, but Don was. And I said, you can advertise anything that I ever list, ever. And, you know, and try to sell it. I'd be happy for you to sell it. I don't care.
Well, that's kind of what I was asking. If we had like a Keller Williams brokerage, like a agreement that we sent out to the other brokerage saying it's okay to list, you know, show any of our stuff, was that something we can do?
Yeah, we can do it. I mean, Don can write that up. No, look, I mean, unless you don't want your property advertised, I think what I would do as a human being is if somebody advertises from a different company, doesn't matter who it is, C21 or whatever, and you don't want them to advertise your property, give them a call or give them a courtesy call and say, hey, you know what? Per the MLS, you can't do this without my permission. So I'd prefer that you take it down. I mean, I think it's ridiculous, you know, but that's just me. You know, I mean, other brokerages get real touchy about it. I'm sure maybe somebody's has called one of you and said, you know, what are you doing? You can't do this. You know, I just think when if we get back to a normal market, we'll be begging people to advertise their listings. But in this market, everybody wants to try to get that shot, you know, getting both sides of the transaction or something, you know.
It's the typical limited mindset you see in other brokerages all the time. It's this fear-based, you know, limited, non-productive mindset. It just kills my heart.
So the other thing, it doesn't have anything to do with you, but we have, and this is for the people online, hopefully that are listening. We have satellite offices all over. So if you get an opportunity to list something in Rolla or somebody calls you, we've got an agent up there in a satellite office now. And Hartville and Kabul and Mountain Home and Lebanon.
And Stockton and
Stockton.
Oliver
And I think a couple of our big teams are working in Columbia and Kansas City. So you don't have to try to drive up there to sell something. You can make a referral and get the money from that. But the other part of it is those satellite offices are totally legal as long as they say powered by Keller Williams and have our phone number and our website on there. So if anybody ever says you can't do that, you can. The supervision is coming directly from Don and I. We're not sitting in the office, which hasn't been required for 20 years.
Right.
So if you hear about that, just ignore it and say, we're good.
Thank you so much, Jim. Appreciate that.
Anything done?
Maria asked online, what if an agent didn't want their property shown, could they put it in the agent only remarks? Yeah, you could do that. But again, I go back to why wouldn't you want your property advertised?
Yeah.
So, and the only thing I'm gonna tell you guys is just slow down just a hair. I'm getting a lot of calls of, oh, I forgot to check this box, or, oh, I accidentally did this instead of this. I checked the third box on the as is instead of the second one. Just breathe before you turn these offers in, guys, and make sure you're looking at the offers that you're getting for your sellers and not missing what those boxes are that are actually being checked. Because I'm getting a lot of calls of, how do I fix this? And the only answer I have is, you can't.
Yeah, right. And Brian had a comment there.
Hey, Don. I know this one caught me. A lot of people think that there's not a timeline attached for option one for the as-is rider, and the inspection timeframe, correct me if I'm wrong, is the timeframe if you use option one. So make sure that you're still extending that if you need the additional time to be able to walk.
And then last, with the as-is rider, I was just going to mention that again. The best option on there is option two. You know, so don't make the mistake of checking option one, because that's the same as the contract and allow somebody to walk out after they do the inspection. Option two is you can inspect And, but we're not gonna terminate the contract. Option 3 says no inspection, nothing, you're just buying it. So option 2 is really a better option, allows the buyer to at least have an opportunity to inspect,
And stay
even though you're
competitive.
not gonna terminate the contract regardless.
And stay competitive, right?
So Dana's hopped on from Dogwood Ranch, but let's finish up this before we go to it.
Yes.
You're gonna get this copy email sent to you. There's 2 things on it and there'll be more description, but basically there've been some teams and expansion groups who are like, they have 5 people on their team and one is in Somo and one is in Columbia and one somewhere else. So they're having one person join each one and then share their passwords back and forth. If you're working in a MLS, you have to have your own access to it. So you can't spread out and then all just share the same
It's
thing.
similarly, it's like sharing your lockbox key with your partner agent and then going out and using your lockbox. If you're the one, it's your name if you're gonna be on it. So you have to have your own account.
And the second thing I think is kind of helpful and there'll be more explanation on it, but basically the way it's been, when you do a listing agreement, the date you put on there is the date it's supposed to go live, correct? So like I'm working on one right now. I actually signed the paperwork with them last week because I had to get a photographer out there, a videographer, all that kind of stuff. Technically, someone else could come in and take that listing because it's not live. So they're changing the dates to where there's a employment date and a live date. So you have protection to get your stuff done, your videos, your all that, knowing you're employed, because otherwise you technically weren't. And I think that's kind of what it's going to explain as they get into it, but.
I don't agree with that at all. I mean, you know, of course who would? But I mean, you can have a signature date on there, but an effective date, and you're still are employed. The effective date is the date that it goes live. So I don't know why they made that change. It just makes it more confusing.
I think a lot of brokers looked at it as the employment date has to be the live date.
Yeah, that seems.
Why? Because it says in bold letters effective.
Well, this will make that more confusing, but
Aren't you
that's
on the
what.
board?
I'm on.
Hey, take a drink.
Yeah, I agree with all
Drink,
that.
quick, drink.
I just think it makes it more confusing. There were several of the agents to say, okay, now, whatever that thing says, I've got to do this. And
See, I know several brokerages where you leave the dates blank until the date it goes live, then you write it in.
yeah,
So,
we can't do that.
yeah, so I think it's fixing the ones that were doing that.
All right, so we're gonna
All
go.
right, let's jump.
To our guest. Do we want to switch that in?
We may have to stop sharing.
We might have to.
Is Dana there?
She's on the bottom down there.
I'm here.
All right. Oh, there she is.
I
Perfect.
think if you click on her mic, she'll.
And we can hear you, so go ahead and start us off. How are you today?
Great. Hi, guys. I'm doing wonderful. Thanks for having me.
We're so happy to have you on with us, and we are getting super excited for our Red Day event with you on Dogwood Ranch.
So thrilled, you guys, to have you come out. We have been actually expanding our list of to-dos. Every time we meet every Friday, we're like, we can have Red Day, take care of this, and we can have Red Day, take care of that. So we are very excited to have you out. We'll keep you busy.
Yes, no, that's what we're excited about. There's very few things more fun than all working together out on some land with some tools and some fun things to different sections for all of us to handle.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm trying to pin her and I can't figure this thing out.
Okay, don't worry about it.
Hey, Pinder, if you just stop sharing, then.
Oh, that big red thing says stop share?
There we go.
There we go.
Perfect. And Dana, go ahead and talk again.
Yep, I'm here.
Okay, perfect. We now have you on the big screen.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I didn't wash my hair today, you guys. I should have known.
Yes, yes. So tell us, anything that we need to know between now and as we're getting closer to coming to the event?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So listen, you guys, I just want you to know, really, from our team's heart to yours, thank you. It is a sacrifice to give up a day. Y'all are doing so much between the bowling event and the silent auction and all that goes into pulling those off. Trust me, we know it's a lot. And so we are so thankful that you have just all come together to do that. It's going to make a big impact for our little nonprofit. And so we just want to make sure that we say thanks. But as far as the day is concerned, and we'll get more of these details out to you, I'm sure, when it gets closer. But if you guys do have any power tools, hand tools, gloves, any kind of gardening stuff. We'll have some clearing going on. We'll have some small building projects for you to work on. We will have all of the majority of the main stuff, but if you have a handful of things that you can kind of pop in the back of your truck or car, feel free to do that. And then we will try to supplement as well. But if you all need anything from us, we are an open door. If any of you want to come and just say hi, we love having visitors. Come pet a pony. We got a draft horse. I don't know if any of you follow us on Facebook recently, but we had a need for a large draft horse. We have some equine therapy clients that are on the larger side, kiddos that we could not service with our regular sized herd. And so we got a huge draft horse named Big Dan is his name. And so we needed about $5,000 raised to be able to purchase him and get him transported down here and outfit him with all the special equipment that he needs. And I mean, 24 hours and our community stepped up and got it done. So maybe you all can meet Big Dan when you're out there too.
We might have to have our Big Dan ride Big Dan.
I could have sworn she said giraffe horse.
Giraffe.
A giraffe.
Wow.
Giraffe horse.
Wow.
It's a special breed.
Well, we are so glad to have you in our team meeting this morning. We are very much looking forward to all coming out there and doing what we can to make your facilities that much better to do what you do. So thank you, Reg.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. We'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Nicole, I'm sure we've got everybody signed up. We got everything we need, correct?
Definitely not. You know, we're a couple weeks out from our bowling event. So please, as a team, as a family, please sign up. You must sign up in order to attend our bowling night event. We are reserving lanes. We are reserving pizzas for you prior to the event. So you have that to eat as well. Auction items. If you are wanting to donate an auction item or you know someone who is wanting to donate an auction item, please call me, email me, beat me, whatever. So we can go ahead and get that added to our list. We do have a list of auction items outside of our office. So you can come by and see what we have so far. But please, please, please sign up. It's going to be such a fun event. I did drop the link over on the right-hand side, and I know you've been getting an email from me pretty much daily. So please sign up for that, sign up to volunteer on Red Day, and sign up for your t-shirts. We are doing Greek Corner t-shirts again this year. Please sign up for those. They do have youth sizes as well as adults, so you can get some for your kids too. So we're excited. Let's make this Red Day the best one yet.
Yes, absolutely. I wore my last year's Red Day event. You guys, you get to keep your shirt and you get to use it all the time, and I do.
And those of you that like to wait for the last hour, we're almost there. We need you to go ahead and sign up.
Yeah.
We need you to check the wall up on the main hallway and see who's donating, see who you can beat and put it up there. But it's time. We got to get on this. It's time to get it going. So we're imploring you to get your team signed up, to check with Nicole. We're ready. It's time to get it going.
Yeah, I love it. All right, thank you very much for all that. Well, we've got a ton of cool stuff that we want to cover from now to the end.
A lot of numbers. This stuff's going to help you as you go out and talk with people. These are our normal numbers for each week. Listings in every group or every area were down this week. You know what? They are every holiday. So it didn't affect me at all because every time we have a holiday, some people do not have as many listings. So it's fine on that. It was very slight, but it went down a little bit.
Yeah, no, everything always kind of slows down when you get a big holiday like an Easter.
And that's why last year it looked higher. This was not Easter week last year
That's
also.
right. That's right. And our outside areas, from 2 weeks ago, these are higher, but for the last 2 weeks since then, this is lower.
Yep.
And then boom, this one is interesting because you've got first time hitting above 600 for the last since January of 2020. So literally since January, we just crested 600 again for the first time.
And we didn't hit 600 last year till May 30th.
Yeah,
We're tracking a month ahead of time from last year.
that's right.
So just keep that in mind. But again, as you look at history, we're way under.
Way under. I was looking at this one over here, Mike. Look at this over here. We had 3,000, 3,200. You know, we were over 3,000 in 2015, primarily also in 16. Got below that in 2017 into the 2,400s. And then boom, got just above 2,000. And then we were getting almost under 2,000 in 2019. And then craziness, obviously, in 2020, until now it's just this low inventory situation forever, it seems. All right, so we are talked about Red Day joining us. There's our cool shirts. Make sure to order those.
Yeah.
And let's continue.
Let's jump through the board stuff pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Work day coming up at Eden Village, if we want to help with that. Skip on through. This is this Thursday night. It is an event that Tim and I are emceeing. It is based on the decades. So my mullet is going to be good.
I still have yet to figure out who I'm gonna go as.
Yeah.
It's gonna be interesting.
I should have my Miami Vice jacket in by then.
Okay. Oh, good.
And then this one is the big one. This is for the affiliates. Several of you are in here. And that's one I'm emceeing also. And apparently there's gonna be 2 donation buckets. One to shave the mullet, one to perm the mullet.
Oh, gosh.
So we're hoping to raise a lot of money. I'm not sure which one. I may have to have a bunch of money on hand to get rid of some of that.
Oh, my goodness.
But mark that, it's gonna be a fun day on that. And this is an app that's gonna be added soon that you may have already gotten an email. It is something that helps you if you're out showing a house. It's gonna have some way you have a safety alert system going, so that more info is coming on that.
And then obviously you get these at a
Yep.
glance. This is what you automatically get. And this week's focus, the language of real estate, we
Yep.
call it. So the market center numbers for March, check this out.
How
I
did you get
know,
that to
I
disappear?
don't know.
I'm
want
gonna
it to
write a
go away.
strongly worded letter to
Where's
Zoom.
more of six?
I want it to
Click
just-
more.
Isn't there a way that I
Yeah.
can
I don't
scan it
know.
somewhere?
Okay, so this looks a little scary, especially with that moving all over.
There.
And remember, month over month means comparing this month to last March.
That's right.
This March to last March. This is where we are year to date. Closed units, we are way down compared to last March. But the volume, we're still up in a dollar amount. So there's less sales, but the prices keep going up. We're 4.3% up for the year. These 3 that have the asterisks, I thought these were really important, so I'll show you on the next slide on that. But listings taken, we're up. The last 2 months, we've been down on listings taken. So we have something happening where we're grabbing more of the market share right now. Listings taken volume, 29% up.
29, that's almost 30%, people.
That's good.
How about that? No, I mean,
Yeah.
take a shot. Is there alcohol in that?
Maybe.
Okay, so, I mean, that's just unreal, you guys. I'm just saying, wow, we are talking huge up on the volume, very low on the units. So, I mean, obviously units is king in my opinion. Yes, our people are getting paid more per unit, but units is everything. So that's really where you should be focused.
And the fact that we're taking more in, keep doing what you're doing. It's gonna get there.
Okay, now this guy's
Okay,
getting crazy. And
so-
if you're sitting in the back, we'll talk through some of these numbers.
As percentages don't always mean actual numbers. So listings taken, we're at 289 this last month.
289.
Compare that to anywhere else, it's higher than we've had the last 2 months. It is a little lower than most of last year, but not that far.
So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 months last year that were above that at the height.
Right.
So we're talking for 289, last year was 281 at the same time. But that is an extremely high number considering January and February, 207 and 239. So it jumped way up really quick.
You take those numbers and you look at this. Listing volume for this month, 89 million compared to 69 million last March.
That's the highest ever.
That's 20 million more.
That's the second highest ever.
Yeah, if you look at that, that beats everything in 2021 except for May. So that's the second highest month we've ever had this early on in the season.
With some of the lowest units. So when it comes to as far as knowledge, remember, this is the multi-year trends. Some of you, this is, your first, second team meeting. These are multi-year trends. You have yours. We'll get to that in a second.
Yeah.
But these are things that are tracking all the time so that we can kind of know the story about what our market's doing. And so for it to be, when it comes to last year having 5 months above where we are, and for us to have the second highest volume ever, that's a pretty big deal for listings taken volume.
Okay, here's the crazy one. No, it's not yet.
No.
Contracts written volume, 152 million. July of last year was the only time ever bigger.
Ever. So we're talking, we are 3 million less than our best month ever as far as our volume.
And we're not into the busy season yet.
Yeah.
So, you've heard the talk of what's coming. Right now is the time to make hay and bale it and put it in the barn.
That's right. That's right. I would say, and Mike and I both agree, for the next 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 months, we're gonna see the best real estate market in the history of Springfield, literally. And we've been talking about getting your listings prepared to sell because this is the best time ever to sell. Rates going up, and I know we're a little bit different on where they're gonna head. I think they're gonna be at 8% by next year.
I don't care, because they're still lower in history than
It's
ever.
true. The national average is that 6.5, 7%.
You know, people are worried about their house interest rate when they got a 29% credit card. I'm like, slap them.
Ah,
I'm gonna go Will Smith on
you already said that to me, so you gotta
So-
be careful here.
it. Okay, next slide.
Let's
This
do the
was
next one.
insane.
Yes.
Average sales price last month,
$260,772.
$260,772.
260.
Does that mean it's gonna keep going up? No, because look at last year. 204, 202, 238, 265, then 248, 235. That's an average, but still $15,000 difference in 1 month. That's crazy. So that doesn't mean that every house is now worth 15,000 more. It just means some of them
I
are.
remember going to dinner with Dan Holt as we just got rekindled as our friendship when I bought property out here. And he goes, well, guess what our national average, or not national, guess what our average sales price is here in Springfield? I was like, no idea, honestly. And he goes, 165,000.
Yeah.
That was 165,000 in 2020 at the beginning of April.
Yeah.
That is just crazy that we are over 260 right now. So it's a big deal.
And that is our numbers. That is not board
That's
numbers.
right, that's
The board is probably lower.
210.
We tend to deal with higher level pricing.
210, 212 is what I see as the market
Yeah.
currently. All
Okay,
right.
so how do you find your own info on this?
Yes, there you go. You go to your My KW, you might remember with that. If you haven't gone there in a while, it's super simple. There it is. You just type that in. You go to reports, it's right underneath your profile. And then you go to your associate, and then you go to your it'll drop down menu called multi-year trends. I'm happy to show it to you, and we can create some graphs.
Okay, so here come the fun numbers.
Okay.
I have optimism after looking at the numbers yesterday. Oh, this is some other key stuff. Profit share last month, $28,000. New agents, 13 of them. Closed units, contracts written, listings taken. Our numbers are huge.
Remember when we celebrated the first time hitting over 400
Yeah.
units per month? We're doing that on the regular now.
Landon's just like, yeah, that's no big deal.
Yeah, 400, whatever.
More important than numbers are people. These are our people that have joined us this year or this month. Make sure if you run into somebody, how many new people are here right now? Anybody on the list here?
Awesome.
Help us, name please.
Dalton.
Dalton's back there.
Everybody give Dalton a round.
Anybody online?
I'm new.
Do that again.
I'm new. Wait, you guys want
Okay.
Okay, so these
but-
are where it gets fun.
Okay, yeah, so
Okay, Greene County, or no, this is county by county.
this is every county. Look how every number's gone up since last month. Greene County up, Christian County up, Webster, actually, there's a couple that are down, but not many. Taney up, Stone up, Polk. Every county went up in number of listings. This is residential. This does not count farm.
And ranch.
What I miss?
Jordan Roden said he's new.
Jordan is online. Yay.
Welcome, buddy. Thank you for saying that. All right.
Okay, every county went up in the number of listings. That's been our big problem. We don't have enough inventory.
So it's going up.
Check this
And
one.
This one's pretty cool.
Almost all towns but 2 went up. Springfield up, Nixa up, Ozark up, Republic up, Willard way up. Well, when you only had 2.
From 2 to 10.
I would go to a Willard, people say, we have 500% more listings than last month, or whatever that number is.
But Stratford's down.
Rogersville and Stratford went slightly down.
Slightly.
Marshfield's up, Bolivar's way up.
Yeah, 35, big time. And then, okay, this is where it gets exciting.
Here's the interesting thing. Look at which ones went down. The 100,000 and less.
Just, that's it.
It is hard to find a house anywhere under 100,000 anymore. This one went up, went up, went up, went up, went up, went up. Everything went up except for the lowest price.
Yep. And I think it's going to continue in that trend.
So let's break that down more. Here's just Greene and Christian County. If you're looking for a house under 100,000 in Greene or Christian County, you have 17 choices. That's it. I remember a few years ago, you could buy a brand new house for 95,000 and the government would send you $8,000 later as a gift for buying a house.
Unreal.
Yeah.
That's impossible. That's not going to go down.
These two, that one went down a little bit and 1 million plus went down a little bit. Everything else, this is the sweet spot right through here. If you're 100 to 400, that's where we're really at right now.
Several of those big $1 million ones sold. I think that's why that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bunch of those $1 million ones finally sold. And yeah, I mean, we're gonna start, and this is what we were talking about, and my coach, Tim Beverland, our coach, was on the team meeting. Who was here to hear our coach on that team meeting? I heard a lot of really good feedback from that, saying that you guys got a lot from that. I do believe that areas like ours will be where people divert where they're gonna buy based on price and rates.
Yep.
So I do think that we are gonna be a little bit more insulated here from any of the shifting that's gonna happen around us, because people are gonna be like, oh, I wanna go to Tennessee. Whoa, never mind, rates are high and prices are high. Springfield's second best. Does that make sense? So I do think that we will be a secondary market that will receive a ton of the overflow from and/or I call it diversion buyers.
So when you're talking to family and friends in other states, remind them you can help their friends that are coming this way.
Yeah.
Just don't anybody from California. We don't want any more of those people.
Nope. You know, unless they're a refugee.
Oh, we skipped one.
Oh, did we?
Yeah.
This one? No, we did that one.
Did I get them all?
Yeah, we got them.
Okay. So what I'm seeing everywhere is there are more listings available, which has been our big issue, but 74 of them again sold in 1 day or less.
That's right.
So there are plenty of buyers out there. We still don't have enough inventory for the number of buyers, but there's a lot of activity happening.
Yeah. And next week we is our ALC kind of sponsored team meeting. Correct?
You know what would be
For
great?
culture.
If we come in next week for team meeting for culture and we've got all the money raised that we need and all the people signed up for Red Day. Can we do that in a
Can
week?
we just promise to do that? Just everybody raise their hand and say, I promise.
Let's do it. All right.
That would be great.
But go upstairs, donate some money, beat somebody out, humiliate them, shame them so they'll go up higher.
Don't do that and don't drink that. And then I was gonna say that this Thursday, in just a couple days, is our ALC meeting right down in here. We are really excited about some of the things that are happening with our ALC. And with that, we have some winners for today.
Okay, the winner today gets a choice. You either get Keller Williams' own charger.
Or your very own KW folder.
All right.
Perfect.
Haley's gonna draw somebody for us. If she draws herself, you know it's rigged. Who is it?
Justin Johnson.
Justin Johnson.
You want your cool charger, and it's got 2 USBs on here.
So you can charge.
Oh,
two.
take the folder. Folder.
All right.
Thank you. No problem.
So next week, somebody may get this and another choice.
We got all kinds of cool tchotchkes.
We went shopping at
Yes,
KW.
we got all kinds of fun stuff. So
Yeah.
if you're online and you want a chance to win some of our cool stuff we're giving out, come to the next team meeting. Do we have Tech Tuesday? I don't think we do today.
Anybody? I don't think Chris or.
No. So thanks for attending, everybody. Appreciate you. Glad to be back. Thank you all. Let's schedule some time if we haven't met in a while.
Come up, have a drink if you need it.
Oh, don't do that.
Does it really not have any kind of soap? You want it has soap in it still.
Good to see you.
And then it's like there's this little belly ache.